Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Brendan and welcome back to the channel. And today Bitcoin fell to a crucial support level. Now, if Bitcoin decides to break the support, we could easily see another $1,000 to the downside. So if that sounds interesting at all, make sure you guys stick around for the entire length of the video, as there will be important information discussed the entire way through. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into this one. So with what's happening on Bitcoin right now, we have, I feel like I say this every video, but quite the interesting situation, because we are at this all-time high of $20,000. And again, I've said this a lot, but we are handling this a lot better than we did the last time that we reached this way back at the end of 2017, beginning of 2018. So with us being where we're at right now and testing the 200 EMA now, really for the second time on this attempt to the upside, Bitcoin has seen a little bit of support over here. And so what I've done since the last video is we still have relatively the same level of resistance over here with this lower swing highs, but we also have these higher swing lows. And so what we really see now is a larger pennant forming of what we previously saw as a smaller pennant. So I think that what I needed to do here is kind of just zoom out on the chart a little bit, and we can see that now there is an even larger pennant forming. Now, obviously, the trend is my friend. I'm going to say that this is bullish, but we are testing the support, rather rapidly. Again, almost 2 touch points of this, and a rejection from this 50 EMA has to really kind of leave me thinking, what happens if we break this 200 EMA? We already rejected the 50, which is something that, we haven't seen a whole lot of since this bull run started. Really, we haven't seen much of it at all. Now that we are rejecting the 58 EMA on this 4-hour time scale for the first time in a very, very long time, what happens if we break the 200 EMA? What happens if we break this support? And what happens if we ultimately form a lower swing low for the first time in months? And what could that really lead to? And so I want to expand on that thought process a little bit today and talk about where we're at. So, if Bitcoin does continue to reject this 50 EMA, break below this, I think that number one, this would lead to at least $1,000 drop in the price of Bitcoin, because the next real support that I see on Bitcoin is this previous high area over here and the former bottom area over here. What was previously resistance now turned support will hopefully still be support if Bitcoin decides to go and tank back down to the downside over here. But unfortunately, that would lead us about $2,000 from where we're at right now. Of course, being at around 18,200, 18,300, down towards the bottom of this, this would lead us into the lower side of the 16,000 area, probably just about, almost exactly $2,000 from where we're at right now. So if we want to go ahead and measure this out like a measured move, this could be anywhere from a 7 to a 10% drop if Bitcoin decides to hold this as support. Now, obviously, I want to talk about the worst case scenario here, but if Bitcoin doesn't decide to hold this as a support, I really don't see support until we get into the 15K area, and below that, I think our next real support is at the upper levels of the 13K area. So, I think in a future video, maybe I'll add these in here or even draw up a fib retracement. But for the time being, since I missed this in yesterday's video, I did want to bring this up because I think that there is a lot of potential in this area. And obviously, a measured move out of this triangle would either make or break the bull market that we're in. A measured move from this would either bring us over $20,000, or it would potentially reverse the market conditions of where we're at right now and prove detrimental to what we have built up so far. So I really do think that this is an absolute pivotal point for cryptocurrency. And I don't think a lot of people are arguing that this is a pivotal point. I think people have mixed opinions as to where Bitcoin will go from here. And so I think for the past 6 months, I have made nothing but bullish videos, with the exception of a few ones recently, or maybe a few ones playing devil's advocate. But I think that this is one of the first videos in a long time where I'm actually looking at Bitcoin a little bit concerned, because again, we haven't seen a rejection from the 50 EMA, and I'm trying to look back here because, again, I haven't seen one really since this massive breakout really started. In fact, I think the last time we saw any kind of a rejection from the 50 EMA was probably around the 10K area or below, so below that. So again, it's been quite a while, quite a bit over here. Time will tell with what we're going to do. The volume is picking up, which is a good sign. Does look like the bulls are buying off of this support level. We do ultimately actually have a higher swing low on this RSI, just barely, but it's still a higher swing low. So this could actually be a really good sign that the bulls are coming back in here, and getting ready to do some buying pressure. So there's definitely room towards the upside. If I had to guess and we broke the 50 EMA, I think that the major resistance levels for me are going to be around 18,700 After that, it would probably bring us to 19,000, and after 19,000, I think we're going to have around 19,800 to 19,900 being this ultimate all-time high for Bitcoin. And if it breaks that, you guys know that the sky is the limits, not literally, but, figuratively, Bitcoin could seriously run from that kind of a price point. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this. I just want to give a little bit more of an unbiased, as unbiased as possible review on Bitcoin, kind of just looking at the chart, explaining my thoughts of what's going through my head here, but also expressing some, I think, much needed concern in this sphere right now. I feel like there are a lot of people that are just without facts and just driven by emotions and greed, saying that this is going to go to the moon. When realistically, we had Ethereum 2.0 launch, we had a absolute madness of support pour into cryptocurrency here, and the fact that none of that could drive us through 20K, and I don't want to say it because we still have a lot of time to be able to break this, but again, after Ethereum 2.0 launch and everything, there seems to kind of just been this falling off point where I think anyone from a fundamental standpoint would say that if anything would have risen the price of cryptocurrency, it would have been some of the big launches that we have. And of course, we have the XRP launch, or whatever's happening on their blockchain in a couple of days. We already had the Ethereum 2.0, so I am a little bit concerned that we could see a pullback in cryptocurrency. Again, it's not something that is guaranteed, but something that I think at this point is possible. Again, keyword there is possible. I know people hate it when I make bearish videos, but I am a little bit skeptical. I have not started selling off my cryptocurrency in droves, but I am tempted to put in a stop loss around that 200 EMA and kind of see what will happen from there. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.